Alright guys, I'm a sweaty mess. So I went to the gym, then I went to the store to get the few things that I need for the week. Produce. And I got a loaf of bread for the kids. I did their grocery shopping yesterday. I got them what they needed, what they wanted. And then I went and weeded the garden. So I'm going to show you guys what I got for my produce. So first of all, I got about 20 ears of corn here. That is for grilling out. And then for weekend prep or for week prep for me, I'm going to be eating corn. I got 2 things of strawberries that are going to be for the cookout. I'm making a strawberry banana fruit salad as per usual. I got 1 big sweet potato because I'm making black beans sweet potato quinoa burgers. I got 1 orange for a recipe. And these grapes are going to be the snacking fruit for the weekend. I'm just outside grilling. It is a nice breezy yet hot day, so it's the perfect day to grill out. Alright, so we've got our corn almost done grilling. We've got some Morningstar hot dogs up here, and then the barbecue tofu. Oh yeah. Alright guys, and it is time for dinner. So I've got a Beyond Brat, the hot and spicy, on a Pretzilla brat bun with my homemade pickled red cabbage from my leftover red cabbage from my salads this week. Sweet potato fries from Alexia. And this is the Aunt Millie's Live Carb Smart, I don't know. With 1 Beyond Stack burger, some the mature cheddar by Violife, some Alexia onion rings, and some Kinder's barbecue sauce. And that is dinner. I did make fruit salad and corn. I'm not gonna have corn today because I'm gonna have corn all next week, probably for lunch and for dinner. So I don't want to be too corned out, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna have this, and then if I get hungry later, I will have some fruit salad. Good morning, guys. It is Friday morning. It is 7:30 in the morning. I was actually up at like 6:30, and I'm caffeinating as per usual. Don't mind my sunburn since I was out grilling all day yesterday. I got a little burnt. Unfortunately, the only place I had sunscreen on was my face, which I guess isn't a bad thing, but would have been a good idea to get it all over. But today, I really don't know what I'm going to do today. So I got my prep done for the week. So we're going along with our pantry clean out. So I made burgers. I'm basically having burgers and corn for lunch. I'm having coney dogs and corn for dinner. And then my breakfast, I'm having the overnight oats that I had found in my pantry. I have exactly 6, so that'll work out perfectly. That is the game plan for this week. I still have to like crunch the numbers and see if there's anything else that I need to eat this week, or if that's going to be enough to hit my macros. But I know what I am going to do today for sure is I'm going to take my son to go see the back rooms. That's at like 1:30 because he's been wanting to watch that, so we're going to go watch it. It's like a 2-hour-long movie. It should be perfect because Aya's dad will watch her until he goes to work tonight, so it'll be perfect. If my son can stay awake the whole time until it's time to go, we'll see. I didn't eat much yesterday, and it's funny because after, I got done with dinner, I was still like a little hungry, but I was like, no, I'm not going to eat because I know I'm not going to be hungry after a little bit, because after my body actually starts digesting it, it's going to be like, oh, you're good. So, yeah, but I like to listen to my body more and see like what it is I want to eat and what I don't when I'm not feeling. And I wanted to have fruit salad, but I ended up not having any fruit salad last night because I just wasn't hungry for it. So might have some fruit salad today. Normally I would go to the gym on Fridays, but I went to the gym Wednesday, and Wednesday is usually my rest day, so I'm going to have Friday, Saturday, Sunday off from the gym this week instead. And I am going to be having my breakfast, but I'm not even close to being hungry yet. And I usually have breakfast about 10:30 in the morning. I have the yogurt parfait thing that I'm going to be drinking, basically. And right now I'm just sitting here editing while I drink my coffee. I think that's it. Dishes. I'm going to have my salad that I made, that I prepped last weekend today. I'm basically going to be having my prep for the rest of the week, the rest of the weekend. Except for my dinner tonight is going to be the same dinner basically I had last night. It's going to be like a burger, a brat, fries, basically the same thing. But this weekend, I'm going to take the parfaits that I made that just became a drink, basically. I'm going to be using those on Saturday and Sunday to make a smoothie with, to use up the rest of the frozen spinach and the frozen fruit that I have. So, using what I got. And then I'm going to be having my salads, the same salads for the weekend, and then the potatoes also. It's going to be same. I think that's it. I don't have anything crazy planned. I need to clean. I did deep clean the living room and the dining room this week, but I want to do the bathroom and the kitchen next, because they always get the dirtiest. I don't know what it is. I know that I cook a lot, so that's probably my fault, but my son likes to cook and like always makes a mess and doesn't clean it. And then the bathroom, I don't know how it gets so dirty so fast. I have no idea, but it does. So I gotta clean that too. Other than that, I think I'm good. But yeah, so just editing. I might stream tonight. All right, guys, so it's today, a little afternoon right now, time. And I'm having a late breakfast / early lunch. I'm having these together because I'm leaving at 1 to go take my son to go see the Backrooms movie. So I'm going to eat this. That way I'm nice and full and don't overeat on popcorn, because I am going to get popcorn. And then probably about 6 or so tonight, I'll have my dinner. Alright, so back from the movies. I thought it was good. It wasn't what I expected it to be, though. That's not saying it's bad. It's just when you are well versed in the Backrooms, it's interesting to see a movie adaptation of what people would consider the Backrooms. It wasn't a bad movie. It just wasn't what I expected, and it had some really good parts to it. It was a little, like, it had a little bit of scare to it. It was more just an eerie, uneasy feeling the most of the time. And yelling at the characters. Oh my gosh. Yelling at the characters. Man, I have not experienced that much rage at a person in a long time. But yeah, the movie was good. I had a cherry icy and some popcorn as per usual. So it is 4:30 right now. I'll probably be eating dinner about 6 o'clock. I'm not even close to hungry right now since I had all that popcorn. I just had a small. Okay. I had a small and I didn't eat it all. I ate like a little over half of it because my son does not like popcorn. So it was just me enjoying the popcorn. Alright guys, it is dinner time and I'm so excited. It's almost 7 o'clock. I'm having what I had yesterday, and then tomorrow I'll be having a slightly different breakfast, like a revamped breakfast, but then my lunch and my dinner will be my prep. So my salad and my potato things. But we have a Beyond Stack burger, Violife mature cheddar cheese, the Aunt Millie's Live Carb Smart, Alexia onion rings, Kinder's barbecue sauce, Alexia sweet potato fries seasoned with salt, pepper, and forgot what the other seasoning is I used. Is it Accent? I think it's Accent. And basically it's MSG. A pretzel brat bun with my homemade pickled red cabbage, and a Beyond hot and spicy Italian. And that is dinner, and I'm so excited to eat it. Good morning, guys. It is Saturday morning. It is 8:30 in the morning. My kids woke me up at like 7:30 in the morning. Shocker, I know. So today, right now I'm caffeinating. After I'm done caffeinating, I'm going to do a little bit of dishes, and then I just did a grocery order. So I did get some things that aren't fresh ingredients, but they're specific things because I have things in my pantry that need to be used before they go bad. And I have ideas to use them, but I needed some other ingredients. So I'm going to be a baking girl today without even turning on my oven. So I'm going to make obviously all are vegan, but I'm going to make a cherry cheesecake. I'm going to make a key lime pie, and I'm going to make a lemon meringue pie. Because I have all these ingredients in my pantry to use to make things that I just haven't touched. Like cans of sweetened condensed coconut milk and heavy coconut cream, and then in my fridge I have cream cheese that's about to go off, and I have heavy whipping cream that's about to go off. So I have some lemons, so I don't need to buy lemons, but I did buy some key limes for the pie, and I bought a can of cherry pie filling because I don't have any frozen cherries and I can't be bothered to make homemade cherry pie filling, but that's the plan. I also got some more powdered sugar and some more regular sugar, obviously all like sugar alternatives, just in case I run out. Also cornstarch, because I've got a feeling I'm going to run out of those during my baking, but not baking today. So I need those. Those are necessities. Other than that, that's the plan. I'm going to do those things today. I also want to record a couple. I'm going to record all of these, but I need to record a couple of my baked oats too. I did find more cranberries in my pantry, so I'm going to try to record my cranberry orange baked oats again. Because for some reason when I recorded that one, the footage got lost, so it's gone. So I have to record it again. And I want to make the pumpkin one. And then basically those are just going to get cut up and frozen for future me when it's fall and winter, so I don't have to cook as much. And that's really a blessing for me, because when my kids start school again, it's going to be chaotic. Alright guys, so I'm getting ready to do some dishes, and my grocery order just got here. I ordered some pie crusts because I don't have any graham crackers and I don't have any pie crusts. So I'm going to be using some of my pantry things that I had to make some desserts. I'm going to start with the no-bake vegan cherry cheesecake, which I did buy some pie filling for because I don't have any frozen fruit that I could use. I have some frozen fruit, but it's like a tropical blend, and I don't think that would be the vibe. So we did that. I did get some more cornstarch because I am going to run out. So there's that. But yeah, most of my stuff that I have some cream cheese in the fridge that needs used and heavy whipping cream. That's why I decided to do the cheesecake. In my pantry, I had sweetened condensed coconut milk and some coconut whipping cream, which is why I decided to make a key lime pie and a lemon meringue too. I did have to buy some key limes, but I do have a bunch of lemons, so we're going to be using up some stuff by buying a few more things, which is great. Alright, so I got a bunch of, you're okay, Aya. We had a bunch of vegan cookie dough in the fridge, and Aya and I are baking them because we're trying to use stuff up. Because, you know, who doesn't love some cookies? So they're all from Sweet Lauren's. We have the lemonade cookies, the chocolate chunk, the monster, and then in the oven right now, we have the salted caramel chocolate. So not only will these be fun for the kids to eat, but it'll be good to give to friends and family as little treats. All right, we just got done baking all the cookies. Although, by the way, all of these cookies are gluten-free. That's what Sweet Lauren's does. It's like vegan gluten-free. Those are the lemonade ones. They smell amazing. My kids don't seem really interested in the lemonade ones, but the chocolate salted caramel, I really like those. We got the chocolate chunk. I had one of those. And then the monster cookies, which is apparently their favorite because they each had two. Both my kids had two of each of these. So, Hey guys, I just got done making my key lime pie and it is almost 3 o'clock and I still haven't eaten, so I'm gonna make my smoothie. So I'm taking the very liquidy parfaits that I made this week with that blueberry protein powder, the Fit Mingo from Birdman, and I'm just dumping it in there. We're gonna add half of a banana. I'm gonna add half of this bag of spinach and about 2 cups of this Paradise fruit blend. Now the cool thing is about this, since I have the yogurt in there, I don't even have to add any milk. I'm just gonna add some water as needed to blend it up. All right, so we finally have our breakfast, our swampy green smoothie. I mean, it tastes green. It actually tastes a little sour today, but I'm using what I have and trying to get through it. So I'll finish off that spinach and then the frozen fruit and the bananas tomorrow. And the last of the parfait that was not really parfait. And yes, that'll be more things checked off that I've used up. Guys, so I'm having my lunch / dinner. It is way too late. It's like 10:30 at night. So I'm having my prep salad. It was my Asian salad with my tempeh. And then instead of doing the normal potato, I sliced up the potato and I air fried it. And then I also had some leftover sweet potato fries that I added to it too, with the chili and some melted Daya cheese, but no bacon bits today. Good morning, guys. It is Sunday morning. I am so excited. I'm so excited. First of all, I just made coffee. Even though I feel like I don't really need it today. I feel pretty well rested for the first time in a long time. I can't even remember the last time I got a full 8 hours of sleep. So my daughter went to her dad's last night. That was the first time in a long time, because earlier this year he had totaled his car and he was staying here until he could find a place and get his shit together, because like that sucks, you know. And he works here, so he was driving a half an hour back and forth every day, and he wasn't going to be able to do that without a car. So I am pleased to announce that I slept 8 hours and 1 minute, says my Oura ring, and I was very excited. Like, wow, I actually got sleep. I slept in. I got sleep. That doesn't happen. And I feel so well rested and good. And it's Sunday. That's supposed to be like a nice restful day, I feel like, for people. I do have a couple of things I have to do today. I have to make the baked oats. I'm making the pumpkin baked oats, and I'm doing another of the cranberry orange because I lost the footage for it. I did find another thing of cranberries, which is, oh, thank God for that, completely unopened. And I was like, awesome, love it. And I bought an orange, so we're gonna reshoot it. We will reshoot it. But right now I'm putting away dishes, and then I'm gonna drink my coffee and relax, and then I'm gonna get to work. I also have to take my daughter to the movies today. I took my son to see the Backrooms Friday, and I'm going to take Aya to go see, they're doing a showing of My Neighbor Totoro, and I'm going to take my daughter to see it tonight, technically. Alright guys, so I just got done doing all of the baking that I had to do today. For my recipes. I just got dressed and cleaned up and ready to go to the movies with my daughter. I'm super excited. I'm wearing cat bus. I'm gonna let Aya take my cat bus plushie. She's never seen My Neighbor Totoro, so I'm excited for her to enjoy something that I enjoyed growing up. So I hope she likes it. I still haven't eaten yet today, and I'm like, because I woke up so late. I haven't eaten anything. I think, gosh, I got like 20 minutes before I have to leave. So I'm like, do I want to smash a smoothie real quick, or do I just want to wait? I'm torn, because like part of me wants to have a smoothie so that I have something in my belly before the movie, because I'm really not feeling popcorn today since I just had popcorn a couple of days ago when I went to the movies with Ty. So it's hard because I'm like, do I have it? Do I not? I think I am going to just ixnay the shake today. I'll ixnay my smoothie. I'll have a smoothie tomorrow after the gym. And I was going to have starting like my stuff for tomorrow, like my normal, what I'm going to eat in a week. But I think I'm going to do a smoothie and then just do the rest of the stuff like I was going to, like I planned. Because I actually have more lunches and dinners prepped than I do the breakfast, because I'm just having the overnight oats that I have in the cabinet, like the actual brand overnight oats. I have 6 of those in there, but I have more lunches and dinners than that. So I think I'll just have a smoothie tomorrow instead. And then tonight I'll just have revovle. Hey guys, so I just got back from the movies with my daughter. That was fun. I did end up eating some popcorn with her and had a cherry icy. So just as I expected what was going to happen. Come on, baby. And I am hungry. So, and it is late. It's getting late. It is like 8:40 right now. So I'm having revovle because that's generally my go-to. If I'm busy or whatever and I don't eat all day, it's usually revovle because it's packed full of protein. It's very filling. It's just good. It's delicious. So I've got, I guess I'll just show you guys what I got. So I've got, I already cooked the peas and the carrots and the corn. I've got basically a cup of each in here, and a clove of garlic and some ginger that I grated in, and a little bit of toasted sesame oil. And I've got the gochujang in now. And then, so I put in some of these puffed tofu. I'm putting in like 6 today. And then I got 10 of the, it's like dehydrated soy skin. That's going in there. And now I finally get to use these fun rice cakes that I bought online. They're like rice cakes that are shaped. And I thought they were so cute. So I'm going to use a pack of it. This is a lot. I normally wouldn't use this much rice cakes. I'd use like half of the package. But, you know, whatever. They come in individual packs. It's like 2 of these in a thing. I guess I could do like half of the bag and then just put it away. That would be fine. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to eat the whole bag. I mean, I don't even know how big these will get comparatively to my other ones, but they're so darn cute, so I'm super excited to try them. All right, so I went ahead and put those in. I'm also going to put in some soy sauce. I usually put in soy sauce and then some of this mushroom powder. I like the one from Trader Joe's too, but I can't find it anymore, so I just get this like big container of mushroom powder. It's expensive, but it lasts a really long time. Like this I got, this is good until December, or it's good until Christmas, and I've had this for like 2 years. So, and then obviously I gotta use the bowl bag. Oh, there she is. She looks so good. And I'm gonna top it with some fried shallots and some crispy garlic. And for my fancy drink, we're having the last sad day, the last of my guava goddess kombucha. Sad, but it is how it is, and I'm not allowed to buy more. I have to use what I have, but I'm going to savor this. Good morning, guys. It is Monday. It is actually almost 11. I got up this morning at 7, had my coffee, went to the gym. I went to the store because I needed some potatoes for prep for breakfast burritos, not for me. But so I got potatoes, and then I got, I'll just show you guys what I got. All right, and this is my humble haul, because remember, we're still doing our challenge, so only fresh stuff. I did get some bread for the kids, but that was it for that. I have a 5-pound bag of russet potatoes. Basically, I'm going to peel these, dice them, and air fry them, the whole bag. I know that sounds like a lot, but trust the process. well, I'll tell you about these first. So I'm going to be making pizza this coming weekend. And I don't really want to go back to the store. And these are good. They're dated for 7/18. So that should be fine. I got 2 of them because I'm going to be making pizza. And that just sounds good to me. I'm going to do like I've got a little bit of vegan pepperoni left in the fridge. And I have a lot of shredded vegan mozzarella. So I'm going to be doing pizzas. And I'm going to try to make a protein crust using Vital Wheat gluten. There'll be a recipe video for that if it ends up turning out good. They had a pineapple that looked all right, so I grabbed that up. And then my favorite, cherry plums. I love cherry plums, you guys, and I haven't had these in a minute. They need a good washing. But that's what I'm going to do is wash them and put them in a container and pop them in the fridge for easy snacking. I'm going to be eating apples this week, but when I'm out of apples, or maybe if I want to switch it up, because apples last a long time, I feel like. If I want to switch it up, eat like a couple of cherry plums, and it hits the spot every time. Alright guys, so I just got done doing some prep work. So obviously after the gym, I went to the store and got the groceries that I needed. Just produce. That's all I needed was produce. I did get a couple of other things, but not stuff for me. It was stuff for the kiddos. I got Aya some more nuggies, though they were on sale today. Normally she gets the Notco Dino Nuggies, but this time it was the Impossible, like, Lion King ones. They were marked down like half off, so I bought all 3 bags they had. But I just got done steaming up my high protein veggie burgers. Oh, they smell so good. So basically, it's like my black bean sweet potato quinoa burgers, but they're high protein because I add TVP, Vital Wheat gluten, and some other bits and bobs. So it basically takes it from just a normal veggie burger to a high protein veggie burger. So that's fun. There will be a recipe on the channel for that. And this is just going along with using my pantry staples. Like I have beans. I had 2 cans of black beans, which is what I used for this recipe. But I also have dried beans, too, to get through. I had quinoa. The only thing I had to buy was the sweet potato. Everything else, I already had. The TVP, which I used all my TVP up, which is awesome. The Vital Wheat gluten, which I didn't use all of that up, but, you know. I do use a lot of Vital Wheat gluten now. And I'm probably going to prep some chicken cutlets situation, too. And use up some more Vital Wheat gluten, and then I'll have that to use for like salads. So instead of buying, you know, the Morningstar chicken pieces or like the Tofurkey chicken pieces, I can just make my own and use that. Guys, little change of plans. So I'm prepping breakfast burritos. I actually decided I am going to prep them today. I was just going to make the potatoes, but I'm going to make the burritos today. And I needed some spinach, so I have to get spinach because I like to have spinach in the burritos. They're going to be freezer burritos, which is going to be super convenient because I am starting to run out of breakfast-themed things. Like I have some freezer waffles and freezer pancakes and freezer French toast, which is great. But sometimes I want a savory breakfast, and I have some tofu in the fridge I need to use. I dug in my freezer and got this old Light Life sausage roll that I need to use. I've got frozen peppers and onions to use. So, and I got the potatoes. Might as well prep up some freezer burritos. Alright, so I've got 2 bags of the Trader Joe's peppers and onions out of my freezer, and I had a roll of Light Life sausage, so that's cooking in there. I got some potatoes in here that I parboiled, and then I sprayed a little bit of cooking spray on them and seasoned them with salt, pepper, and this Ajika seasoning that I got from Trader Joe's like 2 years ago that I used only for breakfast burritos, and like I don't use it for anything else. So there wasn't a whole lot left, but there was enough for this, so I was very excited to get rid of that as well. And I've got this tofu and this tofu that I'm going to use for these. And then I don't have sriracha, but I have this little bit left of this Yellowbird habanero hot sauce, so I'm going to use that instead of sriracha. And then this is the spinach that I got, because I was like, well, if I'm going to do this, I need some spinach, because I like spinach in my breakfast burritos. I know it looks like a lot. It's 18 ounces of spinach, but it's going to wilt down to like nothing. And for the seasonings for this, I just used some salt, white pepper, black pepper, and crushed red peppers, and a little bit of sage. And what I'm going to do for the tofu scramble portion is I have my homemade vegan egg seasoning. There is a like tofu egg hack like video on the channel that shows how to make that. I think I showed how to make it. I'm pretty sure. But I'm also, for the tofu scramble, I'm just going to cook the sauce in with the tofu scramble, which I normally don't do, but I think that's what I'm going to do this time. Alright, the sausage and peppers were done, so I just took them out and put them in a separate bowl. And I didn't even bother to clean the pan or anything. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to sprinkle in probably like 2 tablespoons of my egg seasoning here. I didn't press this tofu either. I just drained it. Normally I use a super firm tofu just to get in more protein, but I didn't have any. So I'm trying to use what I have. And this is what I got. So this is what we're using. And I'm going to let this cook for a little bit. And then I will add in the spinach and the hot sauce. Maybe not in that order. I'm not sure yet. Until it all cooks down together. And my first batch of potatoes is done, and look at how beautiful that is. Literally parboiling it is the way to get them crispy. Alright, I just added all of the hot sauce, and then I put a little bit of water in it and shook it up and squirted out whatever remainder I had, and that's another thing gone. Alright guys, I just added the spinach. I know it looks like a lot, but literally we're gonna put the lid on it and let the tofu in the liquid just kind of help steam it and cook it down, and it will not be nearly as voluminous. And I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit of salt on top of the spinach, because, you know, you should. It's going to help that spinach release its liquid even faster. Yeah, so look how much that spinach cooked down. Like, it's crazy how fast it cooks, and then it's basically like, I used to just use a bag, but then I just didn't get like the spinach at all, really. Like, I didn't notice it at all. So now I do 2 big bags of spinach, and I mean, my body loves it, so. Lots of iron. Surprisingly, spinach does have a good amount of protein in it too, if that is something that you are curious about. And voila guys, 12 vegan breakfast burritos. Each one of these was like a heaping cup of the filling that I made. So each one is 305 calories, 23 grams of protein, 37 grams of fiber, and I think it's 13 grams of fat, I believe. Alright guys, it is 3:30 and it is finally time for lunch. So I'm having 2 of the Morningstar hot dogs with the Aunt Millie's Live Carb Smart, I think, buns with a little bit of Daiya cheese. This is my homemade TVP Sloppy Joe. That is great as a coney dog sauce. And an ear of corn with a little bit of the Country Crock olive oil butter. Alright guys, and it is a late dinner. It's 9 o'clock. I know, I normally don't like eating this late, but it is what it is. I have 2, so I have different burgers. I have my homemade burgers, Boca burgers. This time I'm having 2 Beyond Stack burgers with my homemade pickled red cabbage, the Live Carb Smart burger buns from Aunt Millie's, and a piece of corn lightly buttered. And that'll be it for tonight. But yeah, so I'm going to have my protein shake now. Just the Sprout Living complete coffee one. The way I normally make my protein shakes, with a cup of almond milk and then a cup of water and then a serving of protein. And then I am going to clean. I gotta do some dishes. I gotta edit some videos, but I might be able to get that done while I'm drinking my protein shake. Then I have to do some dishes, and then I'll eat breakfast, which I'll show you. It'll be the last day of the week today, just because I'm going to show you guys what my prep is looking like for the week, and then that's going to be the rest of the week. So I won't record again until it's like the end of the week, basically, because I'm going to be eating the same thing every day. You guys don't need to see that. But yeah, so my goal is today to either clean the kitchen or clean the bathroom or help my daughter clean her room. I didn't get a lot of sleep. I'm pretty tired, but once I get done at the gym, I always feel a little bit revigorated, but my left shoulder is giving me a little bit of problems. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, so yeah, I'm going to get all that done, and then I'll show you guys what my breakfast, lunch, and dinner and snacks look like today. Alright, so for breakfast this week, I plan on having overnight oats, but not every day am I going to be having the oats overnight. Let me rephrase. But today I'm actually going to have a little bit nicer of a breakfast. I'm going to have some toast with some yo egg and some of the Upton seitan bacon. Alright, so for breakfast we have one of the Sunny yo eggs and a half a serving of the Upton's bacon seitan. We're going to basically be making a breakfast sandwich. So it's like 40 calories and like 7.5 grams of protein for that seitan bacon, which is really going to give this a good protein boost. I just added some salt and pepper and like a light spray of avocado oil. We're just going to let that cook. I'm using 2 slices of the Aunt Millie's Live Carb Smart bread. Alright, and there she is. And let's just, oh, it's so yolky. It's crazy how this vegan egg is just so realistic. I just melted a little bit of Daiya cheese on top. I don't typically butter my bread when I'm using it as a breakfast sandwich, just because I feel like I usually add cheese and that does it for me. So that is breakfast. I also have this chai donut hole that's vegan from Destination Donuts. It was just left over from a treat, a donut surprise. So I'm gonna be eating that with this. Alright guys, so that does it for this week's vlog, what I eat in a week, what have you. We're making really good progress on the stuff that we have without having to buy more. So far it's gone really well. I'm actually pretty pleased with myself. I haven't had like any super bad man, I really need that. I wish most of the things I've been able to be like, I can figure this out differently, or I can, use what I have to make like a substitute. So it's actually worked really well, and I'm making a lot of progress on the stuff that I have in my pantry, my freezer, yada yada. So I will see you guys next week for the next portion of this. We'll be doing another one of basically what I eat in a week / do for this no buying thing. I don't even know what I'm calling it. So still don't know what I'm calling it. It's on the 3rd week. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you next time. Bye.